Tuvalu, the country you may have never heard of. Have you ever heard of a country that you may never have seen on a map, and whose name you may have never even heard before? Imagine a tiny group of islands sitting alone in the middle of the vast Pacific Ocean, surrounded by endless blue water. No huge cities, no famous skyscrapers, and no crowded highways. Just peaceful islands, palm trees, traditional communities, beautiful lagoons, and a fascinating culture. This hidden country is called Tuvalu. Tuvalu is one of the smallest and least known countries in the world. It is located in the Pacific Ocean, roughly between Hawaii and Australia. The country is made up of 9 islands and atolls scattered across a huge area of ocean. Although Tuvalu's land area is extremely small, its surrounding ocean territory is enormous. This makes Tuvalu feel less like an ordinary country and more like a collection of tiny tropical worlds floating in the Pacific. The capital of Tuvalu is Funafuti, which is also the country's main population center. When you arrive in Funafuti, you won't see the huge buildings and traffic that you might find in other capitals. Instead, you'll find narrow roads, houses surrounded by tropical vegetation, coconut palms, small shops, local communities, and the beautiful ocean nearby. Life here moves at a much slower and more peaceful pace. One of the most beautiful places in Tuvalu is Funafuti Atoll. The atoll surrounds a large turquoise lagoon and contains small islands with sandy beaches and tropical vegetation. The contrast between the bright blue ocean, green palm trees, and white sand creates an incredible natural landscape. For someone who loves peaceful tropical scenery, Funafuti can feel like a hidden paradise. Another special place is the Funafuti Conservation Area. This protected marine area includes several small islands, coral reefs, and important marine habitats. The waters around the islands are home to different kinds of fish, corals, and other sea life. Visitors who explore the area can experience the natural side of Tuvalu away from the small urban center of Funafuti. But Tuvalu isn't only about beaches and beautiful water. The country has a unique culture that has developed over generations. Tuvaluan culture is strongly connected to family, community, music, dancing, storytelling, and the ocean. Because the islands are small, communities have traditionally depended on cooperation and helping one another. Traditional dancing is one of the most recognizable parts of Tuvaluan culture. During celebrations, people gather together to sing and perform traditional dances. The performances can involve large groups moving together in rhythm, creating an energetic and colorful atmosphere. These traditions are not simply entertainment, they are an important way for Tuvaluans to maintain their cultural identity. One cultural celebration you may hear about is Te Aso Fiafia a traditional festival and celebration featuring dancing, singing, food, and community activities. During these celebrations, people can come together to enjoy performances and celebrate their heritage. Traditional events like these help younger generations learn about the customs and traditions of their ancestors. Food is another important part of life in Tuvalu. Because Tuvalu is surrounded by the Pacific Ocean, fish and seafood are naturally important parts of the local diet. Coconut is also extremely important and can be used in different ways, from cooking to preparing traditional foods. Other foods commonly associated with island life include taro, breadfruit, bananas, and other tropical ingredients. Imagine sitting near the ocean in Tuvalu, eating fresh fish with locally prepared tropical foods while coconut trees move gently in the sea breeze. There are no giant restaurants or massive food streets. Instead, food is closely connected with family, community, local resources, and the traditions of island life. The ocean has always played an important role in Tuvaluan life. It provides food, transportation, and connections between the islands. Fishing is an important traditional activity, and knowledge about the sea has been passed down through generations. Tuvalu also has a fascinating history. The islands were settled by Polynesian people many centuries ago. Over time, different island communities developed their own traditions while maintaining connections through language, family, trade, and culture. Eventually, Tuvalu came under British influence and was once part of the Gilbert and Ellice Islands colony. In the 20th century, the islands moved towards self-government, and Tuvalu became an independent nation in **1978. Today, Tuvalu has its own government, culture, traditions, and national identity. Even though it is one of the world's smallest countries by land area and population, it is a fully independent nation with a unique place in the world. There is also something unusual about Tuvalu that many people don't know. Its internet country code is TV. Because of this, the country's domain name has become valuable and well known on the internet. Many television and media-related websites use addresses ending in TV, giving Tuvalu an unexpected connection to the digital world. But perhaps the most fascinating part of Tuvalu is the difference between its tiny size and its enormous ocean surroundings. The islands are so small that life is concentrated in limited areas, while the Pacific stretches endlessly in every direction. And this beautiful country also faces serious challenges. Tuvalu's islands are very low-lying, meaning that rising sea levels and coastal changes are important concerns for the country. Strong storms, coastal erosion, saltwater affecting freshwater supplies, and changes in the marine environment can create difficulties for island communities. This is why Tuvalu is often mentioned when people talk about climate change and vulnerable island nations. For Tuvaluans, environmental changes are not just an abstract global issue. They can directly affect homes, food sources, freshwater, beaches, and everyday life. Despite these challenges, Tuvalu continues to preserve its traditions and way of life. Its people remain proud of their culture, their islands, and their identity. Tuvalu may not have the giant monuments of famous countries, but its beauty comes from something much simpler. It is found in its peaceful beaches, turquoise lagoons, traditional dances, fresh seafood, coconut trees, friendly communities, and the quiet rhythm of island life. So, if you ever wanted to escape the noise of crowded cities and discover a place that feels completely different from the world you know, Tuvalu would be a fascinating country to explore. This tiny Pacific nation reminds us that a country's importance isn't measured by its size. Sometimes, the smallest places can have the biggest stories. From the peaceful streets of Funafuti to the beautiful waters of its surrounding lagoon, from traditional food to colorful cultural celebrations, Tuvalu offers a world that many people have never discovered. And perhaps that is what makes Tuvalu so special. It is small, remote, peaceful, and easy to overlook on a world map, but once you learn its story, it becomes almost impossible to forget. So, what do you think? Would you ever like to visit this tiny hidden country in the middle of the Pacific Ocean? If you enjoyed this journey into one of the world's least known countries, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Factnova, and turn on notifications for more amazing country documentaries from around the world. Tuvalu may be tiny on the map, but its story is truly enormous.